Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. This is just a small little discussion video because I really have been thinking so much about Treyarch zombies lately, and specifically what's going to happen with Black Ops 4? What's going to happen story-wise with Black Ops 4? Gameplay-wise as well, but I want to think about the story because what I think is going to happen with this entire storyline is what I think happened with Origins. When Origins came out, from what I'm able to gather from the community, everyone was confused, everyone didn't like it, they thought the whole thing was just kids playing, in a house somewhere, and it wasn't real, it was all just stories and everything. And throughout the Black Ops 3 lifecycle, we really got a better foothold of what the Origins ending cutscene meant. And I really hope that that happens here with Black Ops 3, specifically Revelations. There's just so much stuff in Revelations that I feel is just overlooked. Whenever I play the map and I hear the quotes, I'm like, what does that mean? How does this relate to this? How does this relate to that? What's going on? And especially that ending cutscene, everybody dislikes right now, and I still have no idea. I mean, we can all speculate and everything, but it just doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't explain everything like we thought it was going to, because when we were playing Black Ops 3 and it was being released, we thought, this is, as Jason said, putting brackets around the storyline. I kind of interpret it as that was the end of zombies. That was supposed to be the full circle of the zombie storyline. Everything was supposed to make sense, to be wrapped up in a nice tight little bow, but that is obviously not what's going to happen. And I've been rewatching some Revelation stuff and some Zombie Chronicles stuff and that stuff, and there's an interview that Blundell did with Reed, with Rad Austin, and he said that he just started arcs in Black Ops 3. Like, this is not the complete picture. This is not the end. However, it is the end of the cycle, which is very, very interesting. And the fact that we are putting brackets, the fact that we have a timeline, is really interesting. It's really amazing. It's more amazing than I think we all realize, or maybe we do and I'm just stupid. But the stories that we're gonna see, the stories that we're gonna experience with the next installment of Zombies is going to be awesome to see. The continued arcs of what has been set up here in Black Ops 3. There are so many different directions that they can go with Dr. Monty, with Richtofen, with all of these characters, our original 4 and what happens in those universes. All of this stuff that's really, really awesome, and I'm really excited to see. What I'm most excited to see, though, what I've been just really trying to figure out, is the interaction between our premise characters, specifically Richtofen and Monty. How does that relationship figure out? Because if you ask me, Monty is not all good. I don't think he is, and I don't think he's all-knowing. I don't think he's omnipotent like he says he is, because there are just obvious moments where Dr. Monty's like, well, I didn't know that, and I didn't know that. There's this moment where, in the Revelations opening cutscene, when Maxis grabs the summoning key, and Dr. Monty's kind of commentating, and he's like, he released an even bigger, person that even I didn't know was in there. So how does he not know what's within the summoning key? If he's omnipotent, if he's all-knowing and all-seeing, shouldn't he have seen Dimension 63 and our Shadows of Evil character put the Shadow Man within the summoning key? This means that there is a place, there is a method, there is somewhere, somehow, to prevent Dr. Monty from knowing something or seeing something. This is where I introduce Mob of the Dead, because Mob of the Dead also is similar to Shadows of Evil. It's within the same universe. I believe so. I think it's within Dimension 63, if I'm recalling correctly, but Shadows of Evil and Mob of the Dead directly correlate to one another. Jackie Vincent put away Finn, I believe. I think he put Finn in jail. I believe that's how they connect. And I think he was also married to the woman here. I'm not sure if that was confirmed or denied, actually. I shouldn't say that. But they're very well correlated to one another. So if Dr. Monty doesn't know what's going on in Shadows of Evil, because, he can't see the Shadow Man, but he put in the summoning key in Shadows of Evil, maybe he doesn't know what's going on within the Mob of the Dead universe. And that means when we go to Mob of the Dead at the end of the Zetsubo no Shima cutscene and acquire the blood vials, then perhaps that's why Dr. Monty didn't say anything. Perhaps that's why Dr. Monty didn't know what these blood vials were or how they come from. And that's why in Revelations, all of our characters are like, maybe we shouldn't talk about that because Dr. Monty's listening, right? And at the Revelations cutscene, when Dr. Monty's like, you shouldn't be here, those stupid blood vials, you know, they're from a universe that's been closed off already. You're a paradox. What do I do with you? And he's like, what to do? And then Richtofen says, well, you could put us in some corner of the universe along with everything else, somewhere we've never been. The cadence and the way and the fact that Richtofen even says that means he's up to something. And there's a cipher somewhere where Richtofen is up to something. I believe it's in Gorod Krovi. He's talking to Maxis and he's like, you know, I need these people's blood. It's for my plan. Or he says, I need these people's blood for my plan to work out. And even in the Zetsubo Easter egg, he says, someone asks, what are these blood vials for? And he's like, in case we don't like where we end up.
Call it our insurance policy, in case we don't like where we end up.
Richtofen has a plan. Richtofen has a plan that Monty doesn't know about. Richtofen has a purpose. He walks with a purpose in the Revelations cutscene. Richtofen is not done with his purpose in the Revelations cutscene. That is not the end for Richtofen. That is just the next step. And what's interesting to me, and I don't know if it's Gorod Krovi or if it's in Revelations, but Monty directly talks to Richtofen and he goes, I can't quite put my finger on you, or something to that effect. He goes, I don't know what you're doing. And then Monty always, just continuously hammers home the point to the other characters, to Takio, Dempsey, and Nikolai, that Richtofen is scheming. He's up to something. It's obvious that Monty doesn't trust Richtofen. But what's so freaking special about Richtofen? Why? What was in the Chronorium that Richtofen now knows what he must do? What is going on with Richtofen? This is my biggest question about Black Ops 4 story-wise. This is so freaking interesting to me. And the reason this works out is because this is the closed loop. And I thought about that. Samantha, I believe it was within Origins, and Maxis, and I think a cipher says the loop, well, Sophia says in Gorod Krovi, the loop must be closed. That's Revelations. That's what we did in Revelations. We closed the loop. We now have a complete loop back on ourselves because we were sent back to the past, and that's why the brackets make perfect sense. The loop is closed. We do not proceed any further in time than this one moment in the Revelations cutscene. That is the end of the time. But because we were sent all the way back to our premise, and by the way, premise means, I think, the first. So it's funny that at the end of the timeline, we get our first characters being sent back all the way back farther in time than I think we've ever played in a zombies map, because now we are at a starting point for Black Ops 4 for Blundell to start a new chain of events that must be set in motion. Oh, it's just great. It's just great. The road is long and dark, but Richtofen knows where they're going. They will complete their mission. And I think this is gonna dovetail really well with a cipher that we have on Revelations. The cipher is of somebody coughing, saying, well, let me pull it up. The cipher says, I'm the last of us, but I will be joining you soon, my friends. Death is near. I hope what we have done doesn't come back to bite us, or bite this universe in the butt. Thank goodness we will all be gone, because if Monty ever found this place, we would have been in a world of crap. Maybe now, with us all gone, the children will truly be safe. And this cipher, this message is written by D. It says dash and then a D. This has been speculated that this is Dempsey. And this kind of makes sense because Dempsey being the last of us, being the last of the group and all that sort of stuff. So and M turned out to be Monty. So I think that's a good mental leap for us to take, as in this is Dempsey. There are so many things that I could talk about. There's so many different possibilities that we can go on, but I'm going to end this video with that because there's so much stuff to think about and I'm so excited for Black Ops 4. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and write down in the comments section below, what are you excited about for Black Ops 4? What story do you want to be told? What information do you want to know? Thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next absolutely beautiful Zombies morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.